I'm at the Chrysler Nationals 2025, and there's a lot of C-bodies here. Let's go check them out. Starting with this 1967 Plymouth Sport Fury. In '67, the Sport Fury came in 3 different body types. The 2-door hardtop, 2-door fast top, which I'll show you later, and the convertible. This one has the optional 383 4-barrel rated at 325 horsepower. It also has a console. The buckets were a standard feature on the Sport Fury in '67. Next is a 1970 Sport Fury GT, and this one is owned by Eddie, who was kind enough to spend some time chatting with me. The GTs are pretty rare. About 666 of them were produced, and they only came with 2 engines. The 444 barrel, like this one, came standard, and the 446 barrel was optional and extremely rare. The GT strobe stripes went all around the car and were reflective. This one has the optional bucket seats and console. If you enjoy checking out classic cars like these, then click the subscribe button below to be notified of my future videos. The bright exhaust tips were standard on the GTs in 1970. The next car is a 1967 Dodge Polara 2-door hardtop. I love the roofline on these cars. Dodge called the taillights Delta shape, but remind me of the front bumper and grille on the '70 Coronets. The interior is a combo of cloth and vinyl. Here's another rare C-body. It's a 1970 Chrysler 300 Hurst. They only produced about 500 of these. The tan interior is leather and borrowed from the Imperial LeBaron. These cars started life as a Chrysler 300 2-door painted in Spinnaker white. They were shipped to Hurst for modifications that included a fiberglass hood skin, a fiberglass trunk, and integrated spoiler. And then they were treated with Hurst decals and paint throughout. Under the hood, they came with 1 engine, the 440 TNT, rated at 375 horsepower. Next is a '66 Newport. It's a car you don't see every day, partly because it's a convertible, but mainly because it's a 3-speed manual shifted on the column. The 3 on the tree came standard, and the 727 torque flight was optional. The Newport came with a 383 2-barrel, and the 4-barrel engine was optional. Here's another 1970 Sport Fury GT. This one also has the 444 barrel, which was rated with 350 horsepower. This one is rare because of the black paint and white interior. It has the standard bench seat. The optional buckets weren't available if you chose a white interior for a '70 Fury. This 1969 Monaco Wagon has a really rare option called the Super Lite. It's rare for a few reasons. First, not many people ordered it, and it was only produced for 2 years, 69 and 1970. In addition, it was only available by Dodge. And to narrow down things even more, Dodge only produced them on the Polara and Monaco models. The purpose of the Super Lite was to provide more light than the low beams and less than the high beams. It was also aimed towards the lower right side of the road, eliminating the annoying blinding to the oncoming cars. The buckets and console really dress up the beautiful interior. By the way, this car was for sale with an asking price of $38,000. Next is a 1970 Fury 3 convertible. They did not make an S27. Someone has added the S23 strobe stripes and changed the number to 27, which typically indicates a convertible body type in the VIN number. A real Sport Fury S23 car is pretty rare. If you're interested in learning more about the S23, I made a video about it. You can click the link in the upper right corner of your screen, or the link is down below. The hidden headlights were a Sport Fury feature, so someone has added them to this car as well. This 1966 Sport Fury is special for a few reasons. First, it's a factory 4-speed car, which you don't see too often. It also has the console tack and came with AC. This one came with a 383, which was rated with 325 horsepower. In the rear, it has a sure grip to help plant all that power to the ground when you pop that clutch. It also has the turbine style wheel covers, which I like. The next car is a 1970 Newport, which was originally F8 Sherwood Green. The previous owner repainted it F4 Amber Sherwood Green Metallic. The Newport came with a 383 two-barrel, which now has a 4-barrel intake and carburetor. This is a 1967 Dodge Monaco and is very similar to the 67 Polara we saw earlier. Both cars share many of the same design features and roofline. The Monaco is considered more luxurious than the Polara, coming with more features. Here's a third Sport Fury GT. It's pretty cool to see 3 of them in one place, considering how rare they are. That's what makes Carlisle such a special place to visit. This one is an original paint car. Typically, the original ones are in extremely poor shape and not running, but that's not the case with this one. This GT has the 444 barrel rated at 350 horsepower. Typically these cars are replicas, but this one is the real deal. This 68 Fury was issued to the West Branch, Michigan Post 36. It came with a 440 and 323 gears in the rear. I'm sure many troopers back then pushed this car well beyond 100 miles per hour and were able to chase down higher horsepower cars with shorter gears. The next car is a 65 Plymouth Fury 3. The car currently has a 4-speed with a bench seat. In '65, Chrysler moved the Fury from the B-body to the C-body platform. Under the hood is the original 318 poly engine, which came standard on this car in '65. Right next to it is another black 65, but this one is a Sport Fury. Someone has installed a modified big block with AC power steering and a serpentine belt system. This 1967 Newport Custom is a little bit of a sleeper because it has a 383 4-barrel with a little cam and some minor modifications. It's owned by Leon and Jennifer, who are friends of the channel. I got to chat with them for a little while, and they are super nice people. They rescued this car, picked it up for dirt cheap, and got it running back on the road. So kudos to them. The next car is a '68 Imperial Crown. The Imperial shared the C-body platform, but was about 3 to 6 inches longer than the Newport New Yorker or the 300. The Imperial was all about luxury, but this 4,700-pound car needed a lot of power. So under the hood, it has a 440 rated with 350 horsepower and 480 foot-pounds of torque. Next is a beautiful 1970 Chrysler 300 convertible. I'm not normally a big fan of brown, but I like this one with the color combo of the top and interior. The 300 came standard with bucket seats, but the console was optional. Under the hood is a 440, which was rated with 350 horsepower. I love the hidden headlights on this 1972 Dodge Monaco. I'm not sure which engine this one has, but they came standard with the 360, and the 400 and 440s were optional. Rewind 6 years, this '66 Monaco is a 500. The 383 4-barrel was standard. This is a 1965 Chrysler 300 convertible. You know, normally I like Kragers on almost any car, but I'm not digging it on this 300, especially with the white walls. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. The car has power windows, bucket seats, and the console with the built-in vacuum gauge. Next is a 65 Monaco that appears to be lowered and has aftermarket wheels. Under the hood is a 383 4-barrel. This wagon is a 68 Plymouth Fury Custom Suburban. They came with either 2 or 3 rows, and I guess they weren't just for kids like I thought. This car is 18 feet long and has a 440 under the hood. Someone up on the hill has an old air raid type of siren, which was pretty cool to see and hear, but I think by the end of the day, people were getting a little tired of it. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned the different roof lines available on the 67 Sport Fury. This one is called the Fast Top. And this one is a hard top. Be sure to check out some Mopar C-body t-shirts or metal signs for the garage by visiting vintagecarmerch.com. That's vintagecarmerch.com. There's a link down below. Also, check out some other C-body videos here, and I'll see you in the next one.